Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 18 of our Timberborn playthrough. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on this series as well as others. Leave a like and a comment, helps with the video engagement and it's motivating to see. We'll go through a quick recap of episode 17 and then we'll get into the video. Okay, episode 18 here. So, we are just taking a look at our water district, which now has a name, thanks to Gaunt's Ghost. I hope I pronounced that right. He suggested the name Oasis Atoll. Oasis, there we go, Atoll. And he actually referenced in his comment the movie Waterworld. If any of you guys watched my playthrough, we'll just go 3 times speed. If anybody of you guys watched my playthrough of the, what are they called? The farmer beavers. I can't believe I can't remember them. Folktales. There we go. If any of you guys watched the Folktales playthrough, you guys will know that I am a fan of the movie Waterworld. So Gaunt's Ghost, I appreciate the Waterworld shout out, and Oasis Atoll, it is. Okay. So, another comment, H-Hound pointed out a great point, which is that I continue, and I apologize headphones users, I continue to refer to this as the water district, and yet there are no water pumps. We are going to aim to fix that today. So H-Hound, I appreciate the comment, and don't worry, we're going to work on fixing that today. So we'll just continue. What we need to do is get this dynamited all the way down, and then we can actually come in here and start to dynamite out. Now, we are having a continued wood shortage issue. So if we come up to the forestry district that we've been working on for the last couple episodes, we are going to start to try and remedy that. So one way that we are going to do this, first of all, let's flip this so that this forester is actually owned by this other district. Let's do that. And then let's come in here. We're going to plant berries in here, and then we're at a severe berry shortage, actually. So we are going to plant quite a few more berries. I wouldn't say we're at a severe berry shortage. We have berries, but we're going to start to grow our population. And also, Hillview they do not have berries. So it's a berry shortage to them. Now, they're not going to be able to harvest all that many. I guess we could probably plant a couple in there. But, you know, they're going to have to just make do with what they can for now. Although I did have a little thought, which is we could actually fill this out with berries as well. So if we fill that with berries, and then we can actually provide Hillview with a way to get over here to harvest said berries. So if we fill all of this out, then we get a platform in there just for continuity. We can run down here. Let's see, put a platform down and do something like this. And that would actually allow them to get down here and harvest some of these berries. I'm going to give them a path onto there. You guys know that I like to do it like that. So we can get two of those guys there, and then why don't we actually make it so that this is where their harvesters are? Because this is actually fertile land right here. So we could actually come in here and get some berries planted in there. Where's this guy? Oh, he's down there. Perfect. Okay. Like I was saying, though, we could actually come down here and get some berries planted in there. I feel like 2 gatherers will probably be sufficient. And then what we could also do is we could provide a little storage right here for berries. So let's put berries in there, and let's make this supply goods to other warehouses. So that should supply goods down to this facility here, which will then feed their, their beaver growth pods or whatever you want to call them. The beaver growth pods. Yeah, that's what they're called. Alright. Headphone users, I apologize. We are just trying to get this cleaned up. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of that. Get some dynamite in there. We will prioritize those so they can come in there and get those built. And this is a good amount of berries, I think. It does seem like Fall City has enough berries to sustain themselves. What I want to do is get it so that Hillview also has enough berries coming in. Now, one thing that we are going to do is we're going to build a little breeding area right here. So we can just get a couple pods in there. And let's actually prioritize these, get those built. I know that I already prioritized the dynamite, but I'd like to get these built so that we can continue to aggressively grow the population here in Fall City. I think we can sustain it, certainly on food, but even water is not doing terrible. So, all right. Well, with that, let's go ahead and let's get a path in here just so that we can actually reach all the way down here. Should be able to. I'm just going to let this get built so that we can actually... Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So they will come in here. Get those established. And then we can start to get our water pumps in here, which will be very good. Okay. So now the question is, how are we going to lay out these water pumps? You know, I don't really know. I don't really know how this is gonna work. One thing that I think we can definitely do though is start to dynamite out this area. So, you know, we'll just kind of work around whatever's here. And then at some point we're probably gonna rip this out and dynamite that out. That's a problem for a later date for sure. But we can get that started. Okay, so while we are kind of waiting for some stuff to get done, we had another great comment. So it's Rudy Operbeck, and man, I apologize if I messed that up, but he pointed out that a small patch of pines with 2 tapper shacks will maintain this pine resin for quite a while. So with that being said, we are going to allow some of these to be cut. So we are going to, I'm thinking we'll leave this area for the pine resin, and then everything on this side of the forest, or sorry, of this main road will be cut. So let's just mark all of that for cutting. We are going to need to get this guy back operational, because as we cut stuff down, we're going to want it ready to go. And then we're actually going to remove all of that. And they need to cut it first before I can actually mark it. So let's get a couple of these trees. Where do I want to put in a couple lumberjacks, like right here? No, I think we'll just keep them on the mainland. So let's do 2 there. Let's do 2 there. Is that too many? Is that too many lumberjacks? I don't know. Yeah, we can get 4. I think 4 is good. 4 is a good number. All right, so let's get those trees removed, and then we can get a couple lumberjacks in there, and we can start to cut this down. And then once it's all cut down, we will actually come back in there and plant oaks for oaks to be cut, and that will work well. So let's get this dynamite placed, and then we can continue, and then we can actually set up the water pumps, and that's going to be really exciting. Also, the beavers got this stuff built up here in our science district, and I actually have a plan. So let's disconnect all that, and then we're actually going to run a path right here. So that will be the connection. Now, first of all, most importantly, I want a bell right there. Most important. No, but actually, though, this is a perfect amount of space for 4 sets of storage. And up here, we're going to have all of our foodstuffs. So we're going to have kohlrabi, fermented cassava, fermented soybean, and fermented mushrooms. And granted, you know, this district doesn't really have much of any of those, but these guys have a ton of them. So we just kind of need to work on getting them moved over there. Seriously. Okay. So we got some more beavers on their way here. I think we could honestly probably get a couple more. Like that. And let's prioritize those. So we are just trying to blow up the population here in Fall City. And that is okay, because water... Man, dynamite. No warning. I apologize. Let's get rid of those. They can pick those up, because we can actually lay this dynamite over the railing. Perfect. Dynamiting over the railing. Alright. So let's start to get our water pumps built. Like so. We're going to need all those platforms. A little bit more dynamiting. Yeah, we'll just finish the dynamite. You know. Can never have too much dynamite. Alright, so we actually have 2 unemployed beavers, which is really exciting. Because the first thing that we are going to do, we can drop that dynamite down. First thing that we are going to do is we're going to get this whole stack built, so that these guys can actually start doing their jobs and getting the dynamite in here. Okay, cool. We can start to dynamite this out, which is great. Let's remove this, and let's see. Can they actually reach there? They can. Very exciting. Alright, so we got a couple trees removed in here, which is good. So let's get those built. Put those on highest priority so that we can start to harvest these logs, because we are seriously short of logs. And we need to start planting up here. Definitely a priority for us to start planting. No question. So let's just make sure, yep, this guy can reach all the way to the end. So let's start to plant the mighty oak tree. And then we will run a little platform over here. Let's see, if we remove that, some stairs down. Connect that up, and then we are going to let's see. So if I put some stairs there, put a path up there, run that path like so, and then if we put this on here. Yeah, so this will actually have pretty good coverage. So there will be 2 of them there. Let's go ahead and detonate that out. We can remove these stairs, have them pick up the logs and the planks. Perfect. So there'll be 2 lumberjacks there. This whole area is in catchment, so once these berries start to populate, they can get down to Hillview. Perfect. Okay, and now let's start to get some oaks planted in here. Let's remove these little baby pines. Just because we don't want those. We want oaks. Oaks only. Okay, let's get some stairs down here. And then some dynamite to fill this whole area. You know what? Let's actually get rid of this platform here. Just get rid of that. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Yeah, it's getting built slow and steady, but we are going to get some water up and running very soon. And we can go ahead and actually just pre-fill those. We'll get those up and running. We'll probably have to transfer some beavers over here to work on them, just because they have no way of reproducing their own population. But we are actually kind of struggling on water. Truthfully, truth be told. It is not the best situation, so we really need to get this district up and running. You know, kind of is what it is. But why don't we? I was kind of thinking that one thing that we could do. So we could get a builder's hut in here, and then 2 hauling posts. And all we would have to do is run some platforms like this. So maybe what I'll do, let's prioritize the builder's hut. I will send them additional beavers to work in it, and we'll just make those lower priority just because I don't really have the extra population to spare. But I would love it if they could actually start to get a lot of this built, because I am genuinely a little concerned about the water situation. So let's get this in here. Let's continue to get our water pumps going. And you can kind of see how we're doing. They are just short on logs. Logs are the biggest issue, bar none. Planks, less so. Let's kind of slow this down a little bit. Let's pause more of the paper. I'm genuinely, logs are just being utilized far faster than we can plant them, or than we can harvest them, which is why we really need to get that forestry district up and running. Let's come in here and get rid of that pine, but we are getting some logs in here, which is good. Okay, so we do have a water pumper now. So the water district is, they're doing what they're supposed to. And let's max this out. These are, actually, no. I'm going to go moderately high priority because I want these, to be on highest priority. I want these to be always manned, because if these get to the point where they're no longer manned, this district will just cease to exist. But I have a feeling that we have a drought coming up. We haven't had one in quite some time, so I'm just kind of thinking it's coming. I think it's on its way. So I would love to get that going. Okay, so these are good. We can remove those. And let's see, how far out can I go? I can go to there. So I guess we'll lay that dynamite and then, just kind of go from there. I don't know, can those be removed from up there? I really hope so. And let's get a little path over here. This is marked for cutting. So we can get a couple of those in there. Highest priority, get those logs cut down. Okay, very good, very good. So now that this dynamiting is done, let's go ahead and rip this out. Remove all of that. Let's have them pick those up. Very high priority. Okay, and let's see. I want a 4x1. Let's unlock the 4x1 suspension bridge. Let's see, is that long enough? Or is that the perfect size? Might be. Oh, it is. That is completely useless, and I'm all about it. So many resources. That's going to be awesome, though, because then I can get rid of this path. Man. Oh, completely useless. But what's not completely useless is a forester right here. That will not be completely useless at all. In fact, I think I'm going to make this the highest priority. And my guess is, yeah, those can't be. So stupid. But let's do it. Let's go down and get those, you know? Man, we do not have enough builders in this district. Nowhere near enough. Man, we're actually almost out of medicine. So let's unpause both of those so we can actually get some more medicine going. Although this means that we have virtually no haulers. How is that possible? Yikes. That is really not good. Keep creating jobs, but we are not growing our population fast enough. I'm trying to see if there's anything that we can just pause in Hillview. No, I mean, these farmers are pretty much constantly working. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't really seem to be anything we can do about it. Let's just continue to dynamite. Headphone users, I apologize. We will go down again. And this time, we're going to probably have to run a path over there. Oh, man. Gotta get this beaver out of here. Okay, so put a couple little stairs down there. And you know what? That'll be good. That'll allow us to start the dynamiting. Let's get that built. Highest priority. Oh, okay, so cool. We can actually migrate over some beavers. So let's go to migration. Let's see, how many vacancies do they got? Okay, so Hillview has 28 vacancies. Yikes. Really? Wow. And Falls City has 24. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to send them 4. Just to fill up that builder's hut. You know what? That's actually probably useless. They don't have enough resources. Yeah, I'm going to send them back. I'm going to send them back over there. Just because if they don't have the raw resources to get these built, then there's no reason for them to have extra beavers over here. Wood just continues to be the bane of our existence. You know, trying to deal with it, but unsuccessful thus far. Okay. So, if this is getting built here, kind of thinking that we will want some sort of path, maybe bisecting this. Something like this, and then we can get a forester on there. Like that. We can get a couple there. And then all we have to do here is just connect this up. Like so. And we can actually go ahead, put a bell in there. Yes. Completely useless. Man, this district is taking a really long time to build. That is not very good, because we are just struggling. Really struggling with water. Let's make this highest priority and these. Oh yeah, that's right. Not highest. Moderately high. Do not want to steal people from the exchanges here. Let's manage distribution. So this is Oasis Atoll. And let's bring this up to maybe 20%. 20% export threshold. What do we have these export thresholds set to? 50%. 0% for Hillview. That is probably not right. Fall City is at 50%. I think that that is correct. Yeah. That's what we'll go with. And we are getting a pretty good amount of water now. The real question is, you know, can we build this? Let's get this built as fast as we can. Just so that we can get as much water pumping during this drought as possible. And we are seriously struggling with population right now. And I'm not really sure why. I mean, I know why Hillview is. All of their breeding is just completely offline. Which is kind of odd, but you know, is what it is, I guess. I'm going to put those gatherers at super high priority. Just because we need the berries to be gathered. Actually, it looks like we have them at moderately high. I will accept moderately high. Let's see, we have 31 vacancies over here. Okay, so we need to start to prioritize some stuff over here. Let's pause the metal blocks. How are we doing on metal blocks as a whole? Yeah, we're doing just fine on metal blocks. Paper, yeah. Farmers, yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, and let's get some oaks. Not here. Okay, and we officially have no builders over here, but a ton of water pumpers, which is good. That is exactly what we want, so... You know, that seems to be going pretty well. Okay, so how are we doing over here? This, yeah, that little platform, that was what was holding us back. That was not prioritized. And then once this all gets planted, we can come through here, and we can start to plant some oaks. Now, this stuff on the end here, this is not going to last through the drought. But luckily, everything else generally will. Let's see, I kind of imagine that we're going to have like a path here. And then, is it going to go across? Yeah, probably. Which means we can have a couple lumberjacks here. And then this path can just continue on across. We'll probably dynamite out all this weird stuff. I know it's less buildable land, but it'll be more water. Which, I guess, is what we want. You know? I don't know. I do not know. Alright, so let's see. 2k water over here. 1k water over here. And then almost 600 over here. So, you know, not the best, but we're definitely getting there as far as the water is concerned. We're getting there. Okay. So let's come over here. Let's delete out some of this path. See if we can still reach. We can. Okay. These guys are doing great on food, and the water is increasing, so I do think that they are exporting it pretty frequently. Yeah, they are. You can see the beavers running around with their water on their backs. Okay. So now we have 57 vacancies. 24 over here. 25 over here. Yeah. And then we have a couple in the other district, but that's not important. Alright. Are these ready to go? No. No, they are not. Which is disappointing. Is what it is, but it's disappointing at the same time. Because we really need berries. Because I'm worried that this, this population is starting to severely decline. Yikes. Hillview. Hillview is struggling, and there's really nothing I can do about it. You know, we've got all the breeding pods over here working at, you know, full tilt. What I really think we need is more haulers over here to keep all this stuff working. So why don't we... I'm going to pause a couple of these just because we don't have enough. Alright, so the drought has started. Let's get these paused. I will leave one running in here. Oof, 9-day drought. I'll leave 2 running down here. Then I'll leave all these running over here in Oasis Atoll. Perfect. Alright, so we need to come up with some more jobs here. So I'm just going to start pausing stuff. Oh, that can't be paused. It needs to stay running. Okay. So how are we doing? We got more. We got more. We were getting there. Now, granted, we did pause all of our water pumps, so that's definitely where some of these are coming from. But you know, I guess we could pause these for the time being, just because there's no power, so they can't do anything anyway. And hopefully that will keep everything operating smoothly. You know, it might. I hope it does. But we will see. I think that's gonna help at the very least. It will help at the very least. Okay. So let's come over here. We're going to have to get this dynamite placed so that we can blow this up and then continue to go down even deeper. Truthfully, we can blow that up. And we can blow those up. And I missed a spot. Let's get those placed. I actually don't know if anything else is being worked on right now, so does it really matter? And you know what? I'm just going to let them cut these down. Just for now. I'm not going to let it happen forever. But just while we're not using the pine resin, they can go ahead and cut it down. It doesn't matter. You know, it's not the end of the world. Okay. So we started off this drought with 2K over here and 1K over in Hillview. Look at that, Hillview actually went up. So our water district has worked great. And we have not made very much of a dent on the water supply yet. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how much of a dent we actually make. I am trying to dynamite out more space so that we can actually you know, start to work on this. Okay, so that's as far as we can get down there. And we can also get to about there. Perfect. Okay. So let's continue to get this dynamite laid. We will prioritize that piece. We will rip out this path. Get some dynamite in there, which we will also prioritize. And then we will start to lay the dynamite down in here. Okay. I'm loving Oasis Atoll, Water District. Very excited. Very excited. I just realized that these guys are not going to be able to help because they have no builders. That's okay. That is okay. Alright, so up here, getting some trees planted. Getting some trees planted. Why don't we... Let's mark this structure as our next highest priority, just so that we can start to get some trees planted over here. And this is all going to be oak. Once again. And let's see. Lower priority. This is low. This is low. All of this is low. Don't even come over here and think about doing any of that. These can both go. Okay. Let's check on our population. Okay, so we only have 5 vacancies over here now. The population is rising. Over here, it is seriously struggling. How close are we on the berries? Yes. So we are still significantly... we are a significant distance away. We have 21 vacancies over here. Not good. Alright, so I'm going to prioritize that by haulers, so that when they do start to get berries, those haulers will run up there, of which there are none. Man. Oh, that's sad. Okay, looks like we may have had a death over here. Which is okay. Alright, and let's get a path over here, and let's see, can we... Let's get that built and see if we can make that work. Okay, so how is the forestry district doing? Forestry district, it's still getting built, you know? It's a work in progress. It is a work in progress. We have some slow and steady. We can detonate all of that, though, which is good. And then we can start to walk this back. I think we should still be able to reach. Yes. Yes, we can. Okay, perfect. I'm also curious. So that's 47 free beds. So this holds how many? Let's take a look. The large barrack holds 16, and then the smaller ones hold 10. So that's 20, 36. We have 47, 48. So this complex is actually almost full, which is very interesting. All right, I am going to do a quick population migration from Fall City to Hillview, and I'm going to send them 10. Just because I need at least some haulers over here. And these guys were actually doing pretty good. And we still have plenty of time before we need to open up all those facilities once again. So these guys are still a few days away. These guys are closer. Yeah, it's still, you know, we're still hurting for berries. Really need them. I could probably plant some berries over here, quite honestly. Alright, so these have nothing to do in range. Makes sense, so let's pause those. Technically these have nothing to do in range, but I'm going to leave those operational. Operational for now. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Actually, monster soybean numbers, pretty good fermented mushroom numbers as well. Although we are blowing through our mushroom supply, which is kind of interesting. I would have thought six of those would have been enough. If not, we could always build more. I did leave space to build more. If we empty out the storage, I might actually put those there. And then shift the storage over here. Let's empty that. So once that gets completely emptied, we are going to rework this. So this is going to be... That's going to be the storage there. And then let me see. So we're going to have a platform there to get to the second storage. And then a platform there to get to the third. So connect that up, connect that up, connect that up. Let's prioritize picking those up. We are going to have the beaver statue up there, obviously. And then we're going to have the 3 storages here. These are going to be for mushrooms. Then we are going to add another platform there, and then we can put the hydroponic gardens in there once again. Okay, perfect. So that's a completely, side project. Not important. This is what's important. This is the important part. And I really just need to get as many trees planted. Actually, we're not doing too bad on wood anymore. Oh, cool. So this was built. So let's see if we can we fill this whole area? Yes, we can. Perfect, perfect. And that'll get us down to our lowest level, and then we can actually get some more water pumps in here. And I'm gonna put this on moderately high priority. That's more important than over here. Over here is still important, but that other stuff is more important. Okay, so once these get built, what will be our next priority? Kind of thinking this little complex over here will be the next highest. If for no other reason than it allows this forester to help plant these trees. If that makes sense. But someone should really come up here and get this built. Okay, so 4 days left. Let's check on the water, and I actually think it's increased overall. Don't remember what they started at, but 1.6 is fine. They started at 1,000, so they're still pretty much where they were. Yeah, and then, okay, so it pretty much hasn't increased at all, actually, which is interesting. Although that's right, we did lose someone over here, so I'm going to send them 1 for now, just to get all of our water pumps operational. While still having workers in here. And let's take a look. Yeah, so stuff is getting dynamited, which is excellent. And we still have not even dropped 1 tile. We've been pumping on, what is this? 6, 7 pumps continuously for 6 days now, and we haven't even dropped 1 tile. Now, it does look like we are going to drop at least 1 tile. But still, I mean, I would say 1 tile at most, honestly. If I'm thinking about it and I'm being honest. I think 1 tile at most. Which is pretty nice. When you think about it. Okay, so let's start to do a little decorating up here. So I would like to get a shrub up here. And I think we're going to do double shrubs all the way back down. With beaver statues in there. But let's get that done, because I think if I put a beaver statue in there, it's never going to get... I'm never going to be able to get that shrub in there again. But this is, you know, Science District, very bougie. They, you know, very extra. They like to do things their own way. So, you know how it is. These scientists think they're above everybody else, which, you know, to be fair, in this case they kind of are. Although, you know, Hillview's kind of on their level. Anyway. Let's pause these. These do not need to be employed currently. And let's see how we're doing on population. Only 9 vacancies over here. Still 18. We have not yet gotten this up and running. Seriously need some berries to populate over here. 9 vacancies over here. They're probably all haulers. Once the berries start to populate, we'll probably jump in there. Anyway, guys, I think this is going to bring us to the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. It really helps out with the video engagement, and it's motivating to see. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on this series as well as others. And if you were feeling extra generous and able, you can check out my Patreon, link in the description below. You will have access to all my save files. I'm also working on a Discord. That's just for the community, though, not Patreon specific, which I will hopefully have up and running soon. I apologize. Work has been taking up quite a bit of my time. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, have a great day. Thanks.